This damn dog. Bro, I told you they coming back. What are you crying for? It's alright, big boy. Yeah, it's alright, big boy. They coming back. They coming back, yeah. They coming back. They coming back, yeah. Yeah, like ain't nobody here with you, man. It's me, man. Come on now. You my twin. This is what he like to watch. Asians being Asians in the middle of the countryside. Yeah. All right. YouTube, what it do? It's your boy Ascension Capitals, man. Tapping back in with another video. And oh, my nose itching. I'm sorry. Hold on. Oh shit. It's not itching from that. No, just allergies and shit at the job. You got a bunch of dust flying everywhere. I ain't with that sugar booger, whatever. But anyways, guys, welcome to a whole new video. This is another episode of Ascension Recaps. And today is Monday, March 24th. It's 3:29 right now. I got off maybe approximately an hour ago now, but you know, I'm just now getting settled in, talking to family, messing with the dog, walking the dog, pulling up the charts and see what happened today. So pretty much I saw an aggressive, not aggressive, but I saw a higher time frame setup with the wrestling liquidity. So I got involved with a position on EU on the 15-minute time frame, which is my, well, I said higher time frame. I meant medium time frame. So I got in on a medium time frame setup on EU with some wrestling liquidity. And while I was on my break around like 8 o'clock or in some change, I saw an opportunity for some scale in, so I actually scaled into that medium time frame setup. So that was kind of a swing entry today with confirmations as well. So an aggressive entry with a confirmation. So without further ado, I'm just going to get straight into this breakdown today on this Monday, and yeah, show you guys the summary of the trading day today. So let's get right into the charts. Yeah. Oh, my nose, fuck! All right, guys, welcome. Here we are at the charts. So let's get straight into this breakdown. I'm going to try to freaking do it as fast as I can. Every time I say I try to do it as fast as I can, I don't end up doing it as fast as I can. The video ends up being longer than I intended to, but I'm gonna try to move swiftly as fast as I can. I might even speed up the video, damn it. So first off, looking at EU and its current state right now on the 4-hour time frame. Let me move my face because I'm in the way. So looking at EU right now on the 4-hour time frame, it's kind of messy, but kind of bear with me, guys, because I don't feel like deleting all of this right now. So just bear with me. So the red swing points are these 4-hour swing points of the 4-hour time frame. So these are 4-hour swing points here. And boosh, as you can see, price had a break of structure to the upside. So EU has been fairly bullish for pretty much all of March and coming into February as well. So EU has been fairly bullish for quite some time. So as you can see, we had this big run up on price. As you can see, all of this data here, and our last break of structure happened way down here. So as you can see, we've had this big run up on EU here, and now as you can see in this sort of phase, we're starting to slow down, or price has started to consolidate or give me that sideways movement. So deleting all of this now, the things that I just drew. So as you can see, price is moving fairly sideways here. Yeah, let's make that bigger. So price is moving fairly sideways here. So as I'm looking at price right now, I'm thinking, okay, price is moving sideways, and we're looking like we are still changing structure within this trend. So boom, we had our break of structure, and then we had our break of structure on the 4-hour time frame. So the 4-hour is bullish, but we're still moving sideways. We aren't having that big expansive moves like I just showed you down here. We aren't having those big expansive moves right now on EU. So what I'm expecting is the sellers to step into this market at some point, and that is what it was looking like here. So have this set up, boom. So this was the last significant break of structure on the 4-hour time frame. Here was this break, and then this was the recent swing low of the 4-hour time frame. As you can see, bush, that did get broken. So zooming into the 15-minute time frame, where I look for my direct order flow on an intraday basis on what is my basic trend for today. So the market closed like this on Friday. So price started to show me that bearish sentiment on Friday, but I wasn't able to get into anything on that Friday, I don't believe. But nevertheless, price was showing bearish sentiment on Friday. So boom, we had a break of structure here indicating the sellers are in control and we are moving to the downside. So this was our previous trading range between this high and this low. But then we had a breach of Asia high, sweeping this pool of liquidity here. And once I see those pools of liquidity get swept, I want to see a sharp reaction out of those zones, and that's exactly what happened here. We ended up breaking the external swing low and the intermediate swing low in this leg. So we're breaking lows here, and we're still continuing that bearish sentiment. And based off the 4-hour time frame, I was looking for that bearish sentiment to step into the market. So this is what price closed like on Friday. So, and then Friday was what, the 21st? No, yeah, Friday was the 21st. So as the market closed like this is what I was looking at on Sunday. I'm thinking, okay, I could try to get into some sort of confirmations from this zone, because this is the valid extreme order block of this entire range here. So we have my swing high and my swing low, and all I want to do is continue to get in on that trend and continue to ride the trend out. Obviously I take reversal setups, but getting in on the trend and following your trend and following the trend, as cliche as they always say, the trend is your friend, but that is very much true, and I like to trade with the trend. So this was the valid extreme order block of this entire range. So if I pull out my fib tool, oh, that was not it. So if I pull up my fib tool, oh, that's the wrong way. From high to low, what are you doing, AC? Anyway, so from high to low of this range here, we got a 3-candle pullback within this leg, signifying, okay, this is indication of the pullback phase. So what I'm waiting for now is essentially for price to come back into this order block here and to essentially look for confirmations inside of this zone. But like I've said last week, I've been I've been working or training on first ship at this new slave ship, so I don't have time to really trade to look for confirmations, because I'm gone pretty much 6 a.m. to 2:30, which is tough, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. So anyway, I'm waiting for price to come back into premium pricing, which is the 786 level, the 618, or at least the 05, which is the at least 50% of this entire range here. So waiting for that to commence. But my game plan with this was just to get in aggressive, because we already had resting liquidity here. So I'm intending or anticipating this to be swept. You know, the buyers are going to buy into the market, but not realizing there are already sellers here, and they're going to get taken out of the market, because, you know, that's just where the money is resting in the market at the current time. So I'm waiting for liquidity to get swept based off this higher time frame trade idea. So I was looking to get in straight away. So I already had this drawn out, so let me find this real quick. I wish you can tell me how long the video is going on right now. So, but anyway, so I'm trying to make it fast. I might even be saying this shit how I want to explain it, just because I'm trying to make it so fast. So I hope you guys are bearing with me. But anyway, bring up my data, long short tool. No, wrong one. So boom, this is where I drawn my short position. So I was planning on getting into this position aggressive, but I had looked on Sunday. I had looked on Forex Factory and seen there was Euro news at like 4:30 in the morning. So I did not want to set my limit and then set and forget because there was news, and I don't want to be, swept out just because I wasn't paying attention to news. So I ended up taking off my limit because I was thinking about it. Say, should I do it? No, it's not the smartest decision, and I have a small account, so you have to make sure you're trading. I forgot, still got these glasses on my head. You have to make sure that you're taking the highest probable positions. So I ended up taking off the limit, and then when I woke up this rising, I seen that price did indeed sweep that liquidity, swept Asia lows, and eventually came into my point of interest. So this is essentially what I was looking at today. So when price came into this point of interest, well, it was starting to show some rejection. So I was starting to look at price around here, which was 5 a.m. And this is when I woke up because I got to be there at 6. God damn. But anyway, following along, folks. Following along. I'm trying to make this shit fast. But anyway, I saw the price was respecting this point of interest here. So I decided to market execute when we started to, around this level here. Once we started to go in profit or go towards profit, this is when I market executed. So boom, now I'm really playing the set and forget game now because I set market executed, set my stop loss, and now I have to go, do the rest of the day, go to the slave ship and make some shekels. So I decided to market execute. So price is doing what it's doing, and we got a deep pullback. But what I was anticipating was price probably, I was monitoring the trade while I'm going to work because you got your phone on the thing. Anyway, price probably mitigated something here on lower time frames, so got some pullback into drawdown and boost. Continue to play price forward. So price was doing what it's doing, and there was news at 9:45. So keeping in mind, hopefully I'm holding through news, which is tend to be high risk, especially when you're not monitoring the charts at the time. It can become high risk, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, price started to go in favor. So boom, we got a big drop to the downside, and then this is where 9:45, this is when that news driver came out right here on this candle. So this was that news at 9:45, and I'm continuing to hold through this, but this is when I decided to get into that scale and opportunity. I guess that was around lunchtime. Yeah, it was around lunchtime when I got into the scaling. So let's zoom in to the lower time frames and see what is popping. So zooming into the 2-minute time frame. Bush. Move my face again. All right, zooming into the 2-minute time frame, we're really starting to show like who's in control of the market right now. We're really seeing that bearish sentiment. So this is when I was around my break time, when I started to look at the charts and saw another opportunity. So this was the most recent break of structure on the 2-minute time frame. Bush. So as you can see on that 2-minute, this is the most recent break of structure. And yeah, so now I'm looking to get in on some scaling opportunities. So let me move this out of the way. Try to keep this as clean as possible, but I'm not doing a great job. But we trying though, you feel me? We trying though. Yeah. Anyway, so now I'm anticipating to get in on this leg here. But what I was looking at was price could either come to this bearish order block, but right away I'm thinking that's not the scenario because this is a trap. I am nothing more but liquidity in this scenario. There's nothing but bush sellers already getting into the market too early here. So I anticipated this being swept and decided to go with the valid, oh, not the right thing. And I decided to go with the valid extreme of this entire leg, because this is my trading range that I'm working with. This high and this low internally. So this is my trading range. So getting in here would have been very silly of me, because I'm getting into the market and not keeping in mind, if you can't see liquidity, then most likely you are liquidity. So in this scenario, I would have been liquidity. So wait for that to get swept. Let's fast forward price and see what happens. And boosh, that instantly got swept, like I knew, or I didn't know, but I was anticipating. And boosh, once price came and tapped into this bearish order block, I got into my entry and I market executed, because there was no time to set up a limit, because I'm looking at price and we're practically, you know what I'm saying, already here. So let's bring back out the tool, my short tool, and I market executed here and let price do its thing. So as I'm on break right now, and price is playing out and it's doing what it's doing, going straight to my target. And then we started to consolidate, and then it's like, oh shit, my 30-minute break is over and I got to go back in here and collect some more shekels. And yeah, so playing price forward. And this is always the kind of bummer part about a trade, when you're so close to target, and then, I mean, super close to target, and then you get a big pullback, which this was very feasible. We're mitigating something within this leg here. Let's make this more visible. Mitigating something within this leg here, and then we got so close. Let's play price forward. Doing what it's doing. Doing what it's doing. We got so close. I mean, literally like 1 pip, or maybe like 2 pips away from my target. And then we got a, you know, deep pullback. So I'm thinking, oh shit. Well, by this point, I've already wrote my stops break even. I wrote my stop to break even once we broke in below this low with the body. So this was my break even point within this leg. So by that time, I'm already, you know, at break even, and I'm looking like, man, why is price teasing me, bro? And then we finally, when I got off around, what time was this? Well, I didn't get off yet, but around 12:40, price hit target, but I wasn't able to check if the trade hit target or not until I got off around 2. And then boosh, price smashed the target for a 3.62 risk to reward. So nevertheless, that was a great trade idea, and I caught it like literally right at the right time. I literally was on my first I was literally on my lunch break, and was like, oh shit, this is probably a good opportunity to scale in while I'm still having that medium time frame setup running, you know what I'm saying? So I have 2 positions open at the same time. So, but this was, you know, in order to kind of help that account growth and take scale in. So scale ins are what essentially helps to grow your account. You know, you can take that 1 trade a day, but if that 1 trade is going well and you already break even and you see another high probable opportunity, get in on that setup, but don't go in with the same risk. But even though in this scenario I did go in with the same risk, but you know, take that same setup with slightly minimal risk to, you know, essentially get those base hits. So this was the trade idea for today, a nice 3.6 risk to reward, and I'll pop it up on the screen here, the results of that trade idea. And yeah, so at the current moment in time, I still do have the medium time frame kind of swing position still running. So I'm going to click the X button and see where price is at in real time. So yeah, still waiting for price to reach that 3-hour target to essentially smash target. So what is it though? Let's see if I can find it. No, that's not it. That's not it neither. Yeah, so essentially still waiting for price to come and smash target here for this medium time frame swing position. So yeah, hopefully we can get the delivery that I'm looking for here, but I will be swinging this probably definitely for the rest of the day. I mean, there's still probably about an hour left in New York, but we're definitely in the afternoon session. But I can still see something like this start to transpire in the very near future. So yeah, guys, I hope this video isn't super long, but anyway, I'm still going to upload it, and I hope you guys got some value out of this trade idea. So yeah, guys, still growing, still showing up, still trying to grow these accounts, man, and add to them and scale them up until I'm at my goal, so I can eventually, you know, do my thing and start to continue to grow in life and eventually move to Thailand or wherever I'm trying to move to, bro. Just, you know, get the ball rolling on life, bro. But like I said, it really starts here. Then I'm ready to branch out and keep rising. So maybe I'll keep rising, and I'll see you guys in the next one. So peace for now.